Okay guys, I'm back from the test drive and you need to see this, you want to see this, and I'll tell you what happened. So you will have a chance as well to fix your car in case you have or you are in the similar shoes. So as soon as we turn on the car, obviously, not obviously, the DPF light was on. So the DPF malfunction, the DPF soot accumulation too high, and basically I'm not sure if I showed that in the first part of this video. Have a look at the exhaust pressure sensor values, around 130 kPa at idle, when it should be 105 or between 1 and 105 at idle, meaning the pipe is blocked. So if I rev the car, those numbers should rise rapidly or quickly, which they fairly do, to be honest, but they don't go any lower than that. Have a look at the DPF sensor numbers. You see around 15, 16. Guys, that number should be 0.3, so that's extremely high. And these are the numbers which are ridiculously high. The accumulation of the particulate matter, you see that it's 19. Both of them are 19 and the bottom one is 49. So basically the DPF triggers the REGEN when these two numbers reach, I believe, around 6.5, maybe 7. So it hasn't done a REGEN, and let's check for how long. That is 2070 kilometers ago, which translates to, I would say, slightly less than 1500 miles. Before I went to the test drive, here I am in the scan tool, and let me show you the data points I'm checking. So basically here we are. That number, the differential pressure of exhaust gas, that number was 1 point something, and when I revved it to 2,500, that number was 12, I believe. And guys, have a look at it now. That is near like zero. That is literally zero. So basically there is no blockage in the DPF. It's like very good results. And also have a look at the exhaust pressure sensor. When I rev the car rapidly, the number will raise rapidly as well and then drop rapidly back to 105. Let me do that. 3.5. You see. Let's have a look other numbers. Injector correction values. Those are not bad values, but I did reset the injector values, the pilot learning data. You can see here a bunch of zeros, which I'm going to do the relearn of it, and those numbers, these ones, the injector correction factors values will even be better. So here are the numbers after the injector relearn or pilot learn. As you can see, those numbers have changed for the pilot learn, and let's have a look at the correction values or factors. As I said, guys, the numbers improved. And let's have a look at another number which I want to show you guys. This one, the accumulation of the particulate matter. Those numbers before the DPF REGEN, that was, I believe, either 19 or 49. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. That was very, very high, extremely high. The DPF REGEN happens, I believe, when that number reaches 6.5 or 7. So basically it did the REGEN, and now you can see it happened 3 kilometers ago, let's say 4 kilometers ago. And now the DPF is unblocked. I didn't use any chemical to clean it. The car just done the job itself. And now let me tell you how you can repeat the same thing on your car. So basically, as I said, the light was on. I wasn't worried. So what I've done, let me show you what I've done exactly. So basically went to the special function, reset data, and I pressed this one, did the DPF reset, then came back, cleared the DTC. Then I went for a test drive. After a minute or two, the DPF light was back on, but I noticed that the car went into the DPF region. So basically the icon, the blue background from the engine icon, that disappeared. I let that blue background to come back, so basically it finished the DPF region, but that was just very short region. Maybe it lasted for a minute, and again the DPF light was back on. I didn't get worried. What I've done, I pulled over and done exactly the same. So special function, reset data, DPF, cleared the fault code, took it for a test, carried on with the test drive. Again, the car entered into the regen phase, so the background of the engine light disappeared, and then it let the DPF regen to finish. As you can see, I've done 16 miles. Yeah, so it took around, I believe, maybe 14 miles to get the DPF regen done. It took me maybe, what God knows, like 20 minutes. So yeah, even though if it would have returned the DPF light after the second DPF regen, I would just carry on till I get rid of the DPF warning light and achieve the same results. So guys, this is an option. This is the very option I would go for if I face a DPF issue. Obviously, you need to know that the car, it had the turbo replaced because the wastegate flap was broken, so that is fixed now. We did the carbon cleaning and we checked the exhaust camshaft, and as you could see, you couldn't see, sorry, because we didn't record that, I believe, but the exhaust camshaft was not worn. We cleaned the exhaust pressure sensor pipe, so we made sure that was free flowing of air, and as I said, the carbon cleaning was done. Then we assembled the car back together, and then I took it for a test drive, and then I've done all this I've just mentioned in the previous clip. So those are the steps you need to make sure of, that those are done. You need to be 100% sure that those are done. Anyways, if they are not done, you can still try it. It doesn't or won't do anything bad. So basically, I didn't use any chemical. I wanted to make sure that first I do everything I can without any chemicals. No forced regen. I'm not fan of forced regen, you may know that already, and I very likely can guess or bet that a DPF doctor or so-called DPF doctor, they would have just deleted the DPF from the software and drilled a hole on it. That wouldn't get anything fixed, to be honest. So yeah, feel free to use this method or technique to try to get your DPF light gone or sort your DPF issues. It was enough for today. It's not too late. It's 6:30. Not that bad. I'm going to take home another customer's car. When we've done the engine rebuild, I may do a separate video what was done on it. Basically, I'm going to do like a longer test drive. I want to make sure everything is fine before we hand back the car to the customer. But I'm ending it here in this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you soon in the very next video. Until then, take care and bye bye.